Watch this be like another. Watch this be like a 2-hour reading in itself. Jonathan Harris. Nope, it's actually quite average, and it's also pretty close to rating wise to the emission sphere. And I think this time we actually have 5 Euclids and 5 saves. I think, or maybe like 6 Euclids and 4 saves, but it's pretty balanced. Jonathan Harris is to be kept in a 10-meter cube chamber at Site 122's Humaniform Containment Center. The containment structure is divided into 3 floors, each 3 meters in height. Jonathan Harris is not to be referred to by his SCP Foundation case file number at any time. Jonathan Harris may be referred to as John, Jonathan, Mr. Harris, Harris, John Harris, Jonathan Harris, or Jack. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait. So why? Okay, never mind. Or Jack. Jonathan Harris is to not be referred to at any time as Johnny or Johnny Harris. Jonathan Harris is not to be fed on the normal humaniform SCP feeding regimen. Instead, between midnight and noon each Sunday of each week, Jonathan Harris will file a weekly meal request to SCP Foundation personnel. I really like this because, as you know, I'm a sucker for when the logs get changed to fit to what the SCP demands or affects. So the fact that we don't read SCP-1949, but it's always his name, that already is a cool idea for me. Jonathan Harris is to be allowed a meal budget of $100 per week. That's not a lot. If Jonathan Harris exceeds his meal budget, the remaining meals will be replaced with standard meals for humanity for SCP objects in containment. SCP Foundation personnel to take every reasonable measure to provide Jonathan Harris his requests meals within the budget available. Might as well just order McDonald's like 5 times a week, and then like the last 2 the weekends just like really go ham with the meal. Jonathan Harris is not to be clothed in the normal uniform provided to Humaniform SCPs. Instead, Jonathan Harris will file a monthly clothing allowance to SCP Foundation personnel between noon and midnight of the first Sunday of each month. Jonathan Harris is to be allowed a clothing budget of $1,200 per year. Jonathan Harris is to be allowed a reasonable amount of closet space and must turn in all worn or damaged clothing to SCP Foundation personnel for destruction. Jonathan Harris has been provided a moderate furniture allowance, including bed, flat screen television with cable access, couch, PlayStation 4 video game console, and a Kindle ebook reader. Jonathan Harris has also been provided with a custom-built personal computer, although access to the internet is forbidden. Well, does he at least get Steam? Well, that's technically not the internet fully. Jonathan Harris has been provided a discretionary budget of $100 per month for educational materials, personal hygiene materials, entertainment, and so on and so forth. Any funds that have not been spent at the end of the month may be rolled over the next month's discretionary budget, as may any unspent funds from Jonathan Harris clothing allowance. No funds from Jonathan Harris meals allowance may roll over at the end of the week. All unspent funds are to be considered forfeited. In all cases, Jonathan Harris is to be considered a humaniform SCP artifact and should be treated as such. Violation of any of the above containment parameters is to be considered a breach of Protocol 1949-Zulu and must be corrected within 24 hours to prevent a containment breach. Further addendum to containment procedures should be added to this document upon completion of each year's Protocol 1949 Bravo. Description: SCP-1949 is a parchment scroll located. Oh wait, it's not Jonathan Harris anymore. It's a parchment scroll located inside 122's non-humaniform containment center in a sealed scroll case with an acrylic reading window. The document is a contract written up between the SCP Foundation and an individual referred to only as X. The contract described a series of protocols that must be followed to maintain containment of Jonathan Harris, whom the document refers to as the prisoner. A full outline of all protocols can be found in Addendum 0, access to which is limited to L4 and higher personnel. However, 3 of these protocols are relevant to this document and are described below. Protocol Alpha describes the condition in which Jonathan Harris is to be housed. The salient points are listed in the containment procedures above. Protocol Bravo describes a contest that is to be carried out between Jonathan Harris and a representative of the SCP Foundation between 11 p.m. and midnight local time, each December 31st. The contest to be a contest of pure luck. Flipping a coin, rolling a dice, drawing cards are all options for valid contests. Should Jonathan Harris win this contest, he is to be allowed one reasonable concession as described under Protocol Charlie through a hotel. Should the SCP Foundation representative win the contest, one previously allowed concession may be rescinded or a new restriction added as described under Protocol India through Kilo. Protocol Zulu describes the penalties for breach of contract, the proper procedures to correct breach of contract, and the penalties for failing to do so within a reasonable amount of time. Access to this portion of SCP-1949 is restricted to level 4 or higher personnel. Mimetic defenses are in place to prevent viewing of procedure Zulu except by authorized personnel. And we have a I see, yeah. Addendum transcript of interview between Jonathan Harris and 0511 on the 12th, 31st. Good evening, Jonathan Harris. Do you have to call me that every time? It was your request 10 years ago that we no longer refer to you as SCP-1949-A. Are you assigning that agreement, Jonathan Harris? No. Very well. If you had done so, Jonathan Harris, you would have been considered in breach of contract on the Protocol Zulu and would have lost all prior concessions to date. Are you prepared to carry out Protocol Bravo, Jonathan Harris? Let's get this over with. Heads. The coin has 9 on heads. You may name your concession at this time, Jonathan Harris. Can I go home now? That would be a violation of Protocol Delta, as has been related to you every single time you have to ask this question today, Jonathan Harris. Fine. Can I see my wife? Contact with your family is forbidden under Protocol Echo, Jonathan Harris. Can you at least let me know that they're alive? I haven't seen them in over years. Is my wife still alive? Does she think I'm dead? Has she remarried? What about my kids? Contact with your family is forbidden under Protocol Echo, Jonathan Harris. Fine then, you fucking cold-hearted bastard. You want my concession? I want you fuckers to come in naked and paint yourself blue every time you come in here, alright? Your concession is recorded and acknowledged. This concludes this year's Protocol Bravo. Good day, Jonathan Harris. Fuck you. And next Protocol Bravo Foundation personnel won the contest of luck and assigned Jonathan Harris hygienic items as a concession. 2 weeks later, Jonathan Harris and the SCP Foundation undertook a Protocol Zulu mediation. The concession that Foundation personnel paint a skin blue disrobed was then resigned in return for Jonathan Harris' toilet paper privileges. Well, look who's coming at the end of the last one. Hello, welcome. Addendum medical officer's assessment. First. Jonathan Harris' age and increasingly unhealthy diet, exacerbated by his mental state, have resulted in a marked decline in his health in the past year. It is estimated that Jonathan Harris will be deceased within 5 years at this present rate of decline. As Jonathan Harris' death will be considered a breach of contract by Jonathan Harris on the Protocol Zulu, the end result will be an end to a need for any containment of SCP-1949. Medical personnel are to be reminded, however, that failure to provide adequate medical care to Jonathan Harris is also considered a breach of Protocols India. Medical Uh, medical personnel must provide Jonathan Harris a truthful and complete assessment of his current health condition and advice on how to maintain and improve his health. However, under Jonathan Harris' own concession regarding his meal schedule, medical personnel are not allowed to make changes to Jonathan Harris' diet against his wishes. Dr. Chief Medical Officer, Site 122. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's poor Jonathan. He's like, I've been stuck with you guys for so many years, and you won't even let me. I miss my wife. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her very much. Another SCP that the Foundation's like, yeah, no, you can't have what you want. That would be ridiculous. You want to see your family? No. No. You stay here. No contact. You're stuck with us. Remember that. Poor Jonathan. Poor Jack. Poor Johnny boy. Well, you cannot call him Johnny. But you can call him John. Or Mr. Harris. I feel bad for him. I miss having a normal pointer finger, Tails.